As we reach the final part of this documentary, it is important to step back and look at the bigger picture. Because understanding why babies cry is not only about surviving the early months, it is about shaping a human being. How early responses shape emotional health. During infancy, the brain is constantly forming connections. Every experience, especially emotional ones, strengthens or weakens neural pathways. When a baby cries and receives comfort, the brain learns an essential lesson. Stress can be managed. Needs will be met. The world is safe. Over time, these experiences shape how a child responds to emotions, relationships, and challenges. Long-term studies in developmental psychology show that children who experience responsive care in infancy often display greater emotional stability, empathy, and confidence later in life. This does not mean they never struggle. It means they have a stronger internal sense of safety when they do. The myth of the manipulative baby. One of the most harmful myths in parenting is the idea that babies cry to manipulate. This belief has no scientific basis. Manipulation requires advanced cognitive skills, including understanding cause and effect, predicting outcomes, and controlling behavior intentionally. These abilities develop years later. Infants cry because something feels wrong inside their body or nervous system. Nothing more, nothing less. Responding to cries does not create dependence, it builds trust. Independence grows from security. Many parents worry that comforting their baby too often will prevent independence. In reality, the opposite is true. Children who feel secure in infancy are more likely to explore confidently as they grow. They know support is available if needed. This sense of safety allows curiosity to flourish. Independence does not come from emotional distance. It comes from emotional security. Cultural pressure and parental guilt. Modern parents are surrounded by advice, some of it helpful, some of it conflicting, much of it overwhelming. Social media often presents unrealistic expectations, suggesting that calm babies reflect good parenting, while crying reflects failure. This narrative is deeply misleading. Crying is part of healthy development. It does not measure parental worth. Guilt serves no purpose in early parenting. Understanding does. When crying changes over time, as babies grow, crying evolves. Around 6 months, babies begin to develop basic self-soothing abilities. By the end of the first year, gestures, sounds, and early words slowly replace crying as the main form of communication. This transition happens naturally when emotional needs are consistently met. Crying fades not because it is suppressed, but because it is no longer the only option. When to seek extra support. While most crying is normal, there are times when additional support is necessary. If a baby's cry sounds significantly different, persists despite comfort, or is accompanied by feeding difficulties, poor weight gain, or developmental concerns, professional guidance should be sought. Trusting instincts is part of responsible caregiving. Asking for help is a sign of strength. The parent-baby bond. Perhaps the most powerful outcome of responding to crying is the bond it creates. Each moment of comfort reinforces connection. Each response strengthens trust. Over time, this bond becomes the foundation for communication, emotional understanding, and mutual regulation. Babies do not remember individual moments of being held or soothed, but their brains remember the pattern: safety, presence, care. A message to parents. If you remember one thing from this documentary, let it be this. You are not failing because your baby cries. You are teaching your baby how to feel safe in the world. Every response matters, not because it is perfect, but because it is consistent. Final thought. Crying is not the enemy. It is the beginning of communication. When we listen with patience and understanding, we transform noise into meaning, and in doing so, we build emotionally secure humans, one moment at a time. Thank you for watching.